Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. My name is Edgar Mendez, and today we're going to be doing a reading focused on what are your person's biggest regrets about you, and all that good stuff. So I actually love doing this reading. It helps us forgive. It's very important for a forgiveness component. Please don't forget to like and comment. I also want to remind you that I do have services up, private readings, pre-recorded live, as well as angel healing this Friday. If you do see it in time, book if you are free for Friday night as well. So yeah, I think that's it. Guided meditations, brand new ones, and transmissions are out as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get started. So let's use me answering Saint Germain again. So Saint Germain, can you tell me, what's Pisces person's life like right now? They are diligently working. I feel like they are working on some of their goals, on some of their aspirations, but I actually feel like there is a more of a spiritual component here. Like likely they are making moves towards their purpose and towards the reason why they came here. I know that we sometimes have limiting beliefs about purpose and stuff like that, right? But in reality, that's why you came here. That's literally the reason. Like, it's the reason. And we always can do adjacent things, and that's actually something I've done myself, right? But that main purpose is the bulk of our fulfillment as well. And this is someone who I feel is making moves towards their purpose and towards what they feel is a fulfilling life. And this is actually the time in Earth's history, and it's had other times, but this is a period of time where everyone is starting to figure that out, and starting to make moves towards their purpose and towards that life mission of theirs. So I see them writing with their left hand, and they could very well be left-handed, but that to me, left hand means something very specific because the left side of our mind is the part that receives from the beings of light. The right side doesn't, right? So it's like they're receiving something while they're writing it down as well. And this is that it's just very much reaffirming what I just said about that this person making moves towards what means more, what matters to them on a soulful level. You are in some ways the inspiration behind that, but it kind of feels like you've some of you, if you are living a life of purpose and meaning, you are inspiring them, and that's actually how it works. The best thing that we can do is not talk to people and convince them to live a life of meaning, is to do it ourselves and inspire them to do it as well, right? So it does feel like some of you are very much living that life of meaning, or trying to and striving for that, and that is actually them seeing it and feeling it energetically. It's helping them want to do the same, but it feels like they're also just receiving from their own spiritual team. Their crown chakra is on fire at the moment as well. Very much, I see a lot of energy headed here. A lot of it's very open to receiving as well. Let's see, is there anything else for Pisces' person's life like right now? Yeah, let's see. That seems to be kind of like the cornerstone of everything right now. There are other things. I am seeing it. It's going to vary from person to person, but that seems to be the main idea right now for this person's life is, how do I have that life of fulfillment? How do I have a life of meaning? How do I have a life of happiness and the life that I deserve, right? We all deserve the best possible life, but it's our responsibility to give it to ourselves. And this is someone who's learning to take control of their life and learning to make moves in that direction and trusting that as well, right? That they will be supported in that. It's difficult to break free from, I felt, the previous things that hold us back, that have held us back. But they seem to be making some progress here nonetheless. It's very beautiful, very beautiful. All right, let's see. How does this person currently feel about the Pisces viewers? The Pisces, the ones that will be watching this. They adore you. Yeah. This person really loves your face. By the way, whatever that face looks like, they really love it. It's like, I know that because of the physical reality and the matrix that we live in, we kind of think that what is conventionally attractive is what's attractive. That actually is not true. It's the energy behind like not the avatar, but I don't know, that this technology that we're in, right? Your energy is beautiful, and they look at you and they see just absolute beauty there. And it's that, we all know beauty's not skin deep. It's way deeper than that. It's energy, and your energy is amazing. They find you absolutely adorable, and they find you very stunning. When they look at your face, though, and it's nothing to do with how your face looks. It doesn't. Logically, you may think that, but it's not the case. It has everything to do with what energy is backing that face. If someone is like ugly and like their energy is like unhealed, they're like dark, right, or something like that, or they're carrying a lot of baggage, you can tell. Don't matter how they look, they don't have that same feel. Does that make sense? They don't have that same they're calling it exuberance. I don't know. But you can tell. But when they look at you, they see the beauty, and they're absolutely captivated by that. This is someone. It's not like this exactly, but it is somewhat like this. Oh God, who? Helen of Troy. You know, Helen Troy. She launched 1,000 ships or something like that. It's like that. It's like that. I think it's Helen of Troy. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. But they gave that example where it's like your energy is the energy that moves people, and it has moved them, and it's really helped this person act and fight. You are, again. I knew I felt that at the start, where there's this distinctness of like coming into contact with you, which has inspired them to live a life of meaning and purpose. And it's real beautiful. I don't know, it just is. But let's see. Is there any other feelings? One second, Pisces. All right, Pisces. Sorry about that. I totally had to go get my groceries. I get them delivered anyway. But you definitely have moved this person and have inspired this person to want to fight. And better their life and better their experience. You have had a very impactful shift on this person, and there's so many people that we meet that do absolutely nothing for us. Like, we all know that, right? But there are some people who are profound in the shifts that they create in our life, and you are one of them for this person. And they find it's stunning. It's insanity, really, how much you have created change in this person's life, and how much different their life is, and even the trajectory as well. Because this person is looking at their future and they're thinking, "Wow, I'm going to end up in this direction when I thought this whole time I was ending up there." And it's such a shinier, more energetic destination now. And this is that proof that people. Even if we're like not together, or even if it doesn't work out between us, it doesn't mean that we can't take a massive consolation prize, right? And it kind of feels like that a little bit for some of you as well. Let's see, is there any other feelings that they have towards the Pisces viewers? You have a very motherly energy to this person. It does feel like nurturing, I guess, will be how people will phrase it. But there's something about the mother coming through very strongly here. It could be, but it feels like that energy it comes out of you. It comes out of your voice. I know that our logic, we love to use it, do we not? We think motherly energy is doing these certain things. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the energy that you are embodying and the energy that exudes from you. And you have this energy. It comes out. I feel like you would feel it because it's hitting around here. It's almost like a reservoir that then spills out of your voice and out of your energy. They feel that. It's an odd thing. I don't know how else to explain that. I don't know how else to explain it, but it just feels like it comes out. There are times when you may empty, by the way, as well. This emptying actually has nothing to do with the fact that you shouldn't be giving it out that much. It has everything to do with some blocks in your prana, or that maybe you're not grounding yourself. One of the things that you can do is the access practice, which you pull crystalline energy into your chakra system, then Sirius B energy from the above into your chakra system, and it really helps bring in more prana. So just keep that in mind. It's just something to. I have my groceries because I'm about to leave on the floor, and I can see my dog. I hear my dog ruffling through them right now. Anyway, Patrick, there's chicken. I'm gonna go make chicken at my mom's. All right. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else in terms of how this person currently feels about Pisces? That is it. that is it for now. Let's see. What are this person's biggest regrets towards Pisces? One of the things that this person really does regret Pisces is not having their life in order before they met you. Um, this obviously is coming from a place of logic, right? And I completely understand, right? Logically, we'd want that to happen, but in reality, they were never going to be able to sort out their life, get their life in order, start to heal, start to evolve, start to live a life of fulfillment until they met you. So even though they want to have that limiting belief or want to have that regret there, it is unfair to themselves because it's simply not, it was never going to happen until they met you. It was never going to happen until you created that shift and other people created that shift within them. But there is that regret nonetheless where they weren't ready for you when you came into their life. And it feels like it has to do with the physical reality because I'm seeing this person looking at their, what's around them. Like my, hello sir, right? What's around them, and they're thinking I shouldn't have these things or I should have some other things in my life instead, and therefore I'm not ready for Pisces and to live their life with you. It's something that hurts their heart, hurts their soul. It is unfair. Everyone needs to give themselves more grace, right? And give themselves a little give themselves like a little more leeway, a lot more actually. No such thing as too much, right? But they look back at when they met you, not being ready and not really having the things that they thought they should have when they would meet someone like you in their life yet, and they just take it very hard, very personally. There's a lot of unrealistic expectations, and this is it. This is actually it. It's like if you were the one that was gonna help this person create that by inspiring them to do so, not they were going to have it before they met you. Simply not the case. Let's see, what else? What other regrets do they have towards Pisces? One of the things that this person has regrets towards has to do with their mind. Their mind, it was really restricted in the past. I had did like a retreat where I expanded my mind fully and completely. And it's like my mind blew up, right? It's like now completely open. But I remember when I was in it, right, and I was doing it, I was like, I could feel like there, it was, because the beings light, that was the intention, right? Because they were setting the foundation for the wizardry that I'm learning. And I felt my mind, it was just like, it's like, oh, and they kept pulling it off until they completely came off. And this is someone whose mind had a lot of those restrictions and it was keeping their mind from expanding. This has to do with spirituality and what humans refer to as spirituality, though. That's it. And it has to do with you. Like they knew you before. They knew that this meant something significant. And I guess logically, right, because of those restrictions, they were not able to comprehend who you were to them at the time. And they weren't allowing their mind to expand in the past, to like, expand, right? To just completely open up, and it's a regret of theirs because in that inability to open up their mind is what kept this person from seeing the truth about you and this connection, and it's something that they just. It weighs, that one weighs heavy as well. It has to do with shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? It doesn't feel like it. Like it's just I shoulda, coulda, woulda did that, right? We can go ahead and do that every day of our life for everything, right? And in reality, we all need to keep forgiving ourselves, giving ourselves grace and compassion, and taking the lessons with us into the future and applying them and integrating them into our life. But this is someone who's having a hard time with this step for some reason. Why is this person struggling with forgiving themselves and giving themselves more grace, Saint Germain? Because they lost you. Yeah, or they feel like they did. I don't know. They feel like they've lost you. That's the feeling coming through. It does feel like that though. That's sorry. It is what I have. It's like I lost them, or I lost so much as a result of this. It could be time as well, where maybe you are together now, but you lost a lot of time. I don't know. It feels like they've lost something that they it seems too great, right? Even though they got so much, they gained so much from that loss, right? It just logically appears too great, when in fact it's not the case. But more that they build on this new life, it's gonna weigh out eventually, then it's gonna surpass it, and that's actually how it works, right? When you haven't made anything for yourself, the loss of your person, or the loss of time, it feels too much, right? It feels outrageous. But the more that you work on the self and you create a better life for yourself, it levels out and then it surpasses. And you get, oh, I would go through that a million times, right, to get this. And that's actually how everyone who's made it gets to that state, gets to that mentality, but they have not received that. And again, it has to do with the very first thing that Saint Germain said, is that they're still working at building a new life for themselves. They haven't fully done it, and therefore it hasn't evened out, nor has it been surpassed, which it will eventually as well. Very interesting. Let's see, is there anything else for the regrets? I think that's it. Saint Germain, can you tell me, what is this person's next move towards Pisces right now? They are going to... Sorry, I just want to, because the cat sometimes will go in the bag and grab the food. I just wanted to see if they had it yet, but no, they didn't. Anyway, this person is going to work on more of their goals right now and their aspirations. So their next move towards you isn't so much of a next move. It's, I need to build this right now. They're a bit of an architecture. That's how he's giving it to me. Where they're building, an architecture builds from scratch. Do they not? They build the bones of something as well. That they're kind of in that architecture energy, but they have room for you, and they're making sure there is room for you. But they need to build this right now. Create this right now. Yes. There's some kind of date that's significant as well, because I heard date this right now. It's like there's something like that where maybe they are. There may be a timing that they feel will be a good time to make a move in your direction, or maybe make things more official with you. It's not yet though. Just keep that in mind. But they have some kind of timing in mind. They can't give you the full attention that they would like to as well, and I think this has to do with some limiting beliefs there, right? We all understand, as long as you're filling your own cup, you don't need someone to give you all the attention, right? In fact, you do it yourself. So I feel like this person needs to learn a little bit more about that, but they are coming along nonetheless, all right? So is there any guidance that you have towards the Pisces viewers? Yes. They are bringing up, I think it's Helen of Troy. I think it's the person, I don't know. They're saying don't be a Helen. Don't wait for other people to dictate and decide your fate, essentially. Saint Germain really wants to make sure that you are taking control of your life and that you are in control of your own destiny. And it is important. You get there faster. And how he's saying it is like, think of it like this. All of us, we're moving towards that destination that is our purpose, highest expression of our purpose, which is written, right? All of us are, every choice you make, every step we take is leading us to that destination. It just is, right? You can go, you can float there with a boat that's just being pushed by the current, or you can paddle your ass there. And he says to paddle, right? You can get there faster. So take control. That's the point, right? And get yourself to that fulfilling, beautiful future that is meant for you. But that requires you to paddle, learning to paddle as well. Anyway, don't do life without a paddle. Yeah. Anything else? Any other guidance that you have for Pisces? Yes. Think less, feel more. It seems to be a really important one. I think at times you may not want to feel because it may hurt. Yeah, I got to work through that. But it feels like when you're thinking about making choices for yourself, yeah, you got to use your heart. I think that you have a tendency to want to use the mind. Or it's like, I don't know, it's like your mind's factoring in too much. And your heart needs to be the one that is kind of steering the rudder. Yeah, I'm watching One Piece right now. Just so you know, make that clear, I'm watching One Piece. So it is, I'm getting a lot of the, for the last 2 readings, I got a lot of the same ship imagery. So it is what it is, but I believe a rudder says steers, right? The ship. Yeah, you let your heart be the rudder. I believe, if I'm using that right, I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, I want to thank you, Pisces. Please don't forget to like and comment. I love you, Pisces. Check out my services and take care. Bye.